today's spooky spot, we're going to be having a look at the newly released Trick or Treat. This DVD just came out, and I gotta say, for anyone who hasn't seen this movie, you need to be checking this out. Just a little backstory on this movie itself. This movie was initially going to be released back in 2007, I believe, and it was produced by... trying to see here, produced by Bryan Singer, written by Michael Dougherty, written and directed, I believe, by Michael Dougherty. There is actually some controversy, I think, behind this movie. This movie was going to be released, as I mentioned, in 2007, but some speculate the reason why this movie was never released theatrically. Actually, two reasons, really. One reason because of Bryan Singer and Michael Dougherty's previous blockbuster bomb, I guess you could say it, with Superman Returns. Some believe that the studio, and of course it's all hearsay, but some believe the studio ended up punishing the two by not releasing this as a theatrical movie. The other speculation is that Trick or Treat was expected to be released around the same time as Saw 4, and because they didn't want the two movies to conflict with one another with the box office, unfortunately, poor Trick or Treat here got sidelined once again. Trick or Treat was again supposed to be released in 2008. It was also supposed to be released, I believe, in early 2009. And again, for one reason or another, this movie never saw light of day. This movie has been shown before, I believe, in some Scream Fest screenings, but for most people, it's only become a cult phenomenon. I think because a lot of people wanted to see this movie, and again, it just never got the light of day. Like I said, just watched the movie. I actually just watched it fairly recently. And I won't spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen this movie, because I gotta say, you have to see this movie. They actually, down below here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera here, but it says the best Halloween movie of the last 30 years. I actually would agree with that. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Creepshow, Tales from the Dark Side, those kind of movies. And this movie is along those same ideas, very, very similar, I would say. There's a couple of different stories, but I think at its core there's about 4 stories that make up this movie. Now, unlike, say, Creepshow, where they're individual movies, Trick or Treat actually takes those 4 and intermingles each other with the other, the other 4 movies. What you end up getting is, it's one story, but because it happens, there's different parts to it. They all kind of make up the whole they make up the whole movie, like the whole single night of Halloween. One of the stories involves the principal here. He's a principal of a school, and I'm going to try to do this without spoiling the movie, because I really don't want to give anything away here, but one involves a school principal. I believe he is a principal, and he is trying to bestow the legends, the rules that you have to follow in Halloween, and I don't even want to spoil this, really. There's one story that involves Anna Paquin. Her and her friends are going to a party, and she's reluctant as to whether she wants to go. The girls are trying to convince her. There's another story that involves this older man who is actually the neighbor to this guy here, and he's like the grumpy old next door neighbor kind of thing. There's also a story involving these four kids. Actually, there's 3 here, and then they pick up a 4th kid, and it involves these 4 kids retelling this legend, this horrible massacre, this accident that happened on Halloween night. And again, I won't spoil it. I will say, though, like I said, all 4 of these movies more or less kind of intermingle and kind of are all attached to one another. But great, what a great movie. I actually, I walked away I very much enjoyed watching this, watching Trick or Treat here. You'll also notice there's a character in the front here. The character Sam kind of, again, wanders in and out of each of the stories, and you kind of see at the end, you know, you kind of get some explanation. Not really an explanation, but you kind of get an idea of what this guy is at the very end of the movie. Again, I won't give anything away because I really hate people that give away movies and then tell you the whole thing. I'm not going to do that. But I will say definitely want to check it out. Unfortunately, this DVD really doesn't have much in the way of special features. The only thing it really has is a 1996, might have been 96, 97, short film Trick or Treat, which was actually written and produced and animated by Michael Dougherty, the same gentleman who wrote and directed this movie. So the gentleman itself does have, I mean, he has invested interest in this movie, and you can really see it. I mean, I can't think of a movie in the last, I don't know, last 5-10 years or so that has real fun to this. I mean, this is a real fun movie to watch. And again, if you're a huge fan of creep shows, Tales from the Dark Side, even like Tales from the Crypt, the TV series, very, very similar along those lines. Yeah, I definitely would say check it out. I mean, it's a great watch. You definitely won't be disappointed. I mean, I will say definitely want to watch this. Not really much else to say. I guess I'll wrap this up here, and I will say in closing, if you don't watch Trick or Treat, scary things are gonna happen. Woo! But needless to say, that was a spooky spot on the very cool movie Trick or Treat. You need to check this out. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.